In the attic of an old Victorian mansion, hidden behind layers of dust and cobwebs, there stood a mirror, a relic of a bygone era with a sinister secret whispered about only in fearful murmurs as the haunted mirror. Generations of residents had come and gone from the mansion, each one passing by the mirror with a shiver of unease, for its surface seemed to hold more than mere reflections. It held echoes of the past, twisted and malevolent, that danced in the shadows like ghosts trapped in a realm between worlds. Among those drawn to the mirror's eerie allure was Sarah, a young woman with an adventurous spirit and a fascination with the occult. Intrigued by the stories that surrounded the mirror, she embarked on a journey to uncover the truth behind its cursed existence. As she climbed the creaking stairs to the attic, Sarah felt a chill seep into her bones, and the air grew heavy with a palpable sense of dread. Yet, she pressed on, her curiosity driving her forward even as her instincts screamed for her to turn back. When she reached the attic, she found the mirror waiting for her, a towering monolith of polished glass that seemed to shimmer with an otherworldly light. As she gazed into its depths, Sarah felt a wave of dizziness wash over her, and the world around her blurred and twisted into shadows. In the reflection, she saw glimpses of faces, distorted and contorted, their eyes hollow and lifeless, staring back at her with a hunger that chilled her to the core. Voices whispered in the darkness, their words indistinct yet laden with malice, as if urging her to join them in their eternal torment. Terrified but unable to tear her gaze away, Sarah reached out to touch the mirror's surface, her fingers trembling as they made contact with the cold glass. In that moment, she felt a surge of energy course through her, as if the mirror were reaching out to claim her soul as its own. With a cry of despair, Sarah tore herself away from the mirror's grasp, stumbling backwards until she collapsed against the attic floor. As she laid there, gasping for breath, she felt a presence looming over her, a darkness that seemed to seep into her very being, threatening to consume her from within. In a final act of defiance, Sarah mustered every ounce of strength she had left, forcing herself to stand in the face of the encroaching darkness. With a resolved cry, she reached out to the mirror once more, her hand glowing with an inner light that banished the shadows back into the depths from which they came. As dawn broke over the mansion, Sarah emerged from the attic, her face pale but her spirit unbroken. Though the mirror still hung in the darkness, its cursed power had been quelled, and the mansion was once again bathed in the light of day. Yet, as Sarah walked away from the attic, she couldn't shake the feeling that the mirror's malevolent gaze still lingered on her, watching and waiting for the opportunity to strike once more. And so, the legend of the haunted mirror lived on, a cautionary tale of the dangers that lurked within the reflections of our own souls.